Hey guys, so tonight we're going to be playing some more Elden Ring, and this area is incredibly loud, so I'm actually just going to quickly get on my horse and go somewhere else, once I remember how. Hold triangle right on the D-pad. Okay, that should be good. Where should I escape to? This way. Alright, we'll come back over here in a sec. It is just super loud and it's going to be very difficult to do an intro while I'm in the center of a bunch of geysers. So we're going to go over here. Alright, so, yeah, we're playing more Elden Ring tonight. It is Sunday night. So this is probably the first week in a while where I've streamed Elden Ring twice this week. Because that's usually the plan, is to stream Elden Ring on Wednesday and on Sunday. So I did stream this game on Wednesday this week. I guess at this point, just this week, I've only skipped 2 streams. Baldur's Gate on Tuesday and then Dragon Age on Thursday. Also, I mentioned last night that I'm going to be trying to replace Baldur's Gate 3 on Tuesday nights with Diablo 4. So I want to start streaming Diablo again, which I'm going to try for Tuesdays. But yeah, I did Motorfest on Monday, we did Elden Ring on Wednesday, and then I did Siege on Friday and Doom Eternal last night, which was Saturday night. So yeah, we're back to Elden Ring. I'm super thirsty tonight, so I have this iced tea here that I opened up, and I'm almost already finished the bottle. So I'll just be finishing this off as we're starting the stream here. Always so thirsty. Anyways, let me pull up the stream here on my phone. We'll do the usual. My cat was in here a minute ago when I started the stream, but I think she ran out. I've mentioned this many times, but for anyone that doesn't know, the room that I stream in, the main door, which is right there, we don't actually have a door to this room. So you can kind of see it a little bit on camera. I have a big white curtain that is covering the doorway. And it's not soundproof, but it does pretty well at keeping sound out and also keeping my voice in. Because obviously I always stream so late, my whole family is asleep. It's almost 6 a.m. tonight. It's definitely a late stream. Anyways, my last Elden Ring stream actually did quite well. The one that I did on Wednesday night. I think it was also a stream that I did really, late into the morning or whatever. And I streamed for almost 2 hours. And yeah, I mean, the stream did pretty well, views-wise. It's a pretty good stream. And then Rainbow Six Siege on Friday night was even better. We got a lot of views, almost 100 now. It's showing here. And that stream was over 2 hours. And then last night, more of a relaxed stream on Doom, I guess. Just an hour. So I actually have stuff to wake up for tomorrow, so probably won't be streaming any longer than an hour tonight. But, we're going to continue where we left off, try to get some stuff done, and hopefully it will go well. I woke up earlier today, too, which is good, because over the last, week, I've been, just sleeping a ton. I've been sleeping, all day, every day. So finally today I woke up earlier, and tomorrow I should be waking up earlier, too. Anyways, got the stream up on my phone. It looks good. I'm actually just going to turn down my phone brightness because I know that helps with battery. I don't want my phone dying while I'm streaming here. It's not that low. It's like 30%. Anyways, I'm just going to finish this iced tea now because like I said, I'm super thirsty. I might actually need to grab a different drink later, now that that's empty. For now, we're just gonna chill, play some Elden Ring. So, I need to sort of refresh myself with what's going on here. Basically, at the beginning of the last stream, which I keep wanting to say last week, but it's not last week, because ideally I'm streaming Elden Ring twice a week, and the last time I streamed this was only 4 nights ago, so don't remember where I started. I'm thinking here at the Southern Aeonia Swamp Bank. So this is where I defeated a mini-boss, and that would have been like a week ago, I guess, on last Sunday. Or maybe even Wednesday last week if I didn't stream this on Sunday. I don't remember. So yeah, there was this mini-boss that was kind of difficult. I ended up beating him off camera because my stream crashed, and I didn't bother starting a new stream. I felt like I was about to beat the mini-boss, and I kept going at it. I gave it like a few more attempts after the stream crashed, and then the boss killed himself by flying off a cliff, which I was already pretty close to killing him. That was definitely my best attempt that happened. I already explained all this last Elden Ring stream. So yeah, that happened. It counts as a successful takedown of that enemy. He doesn't respawn either because he's a mini-boss. And then we made our way towards the Celia Gateway. So this is where we started the last stream. I spoke with Sage Gowry at Gowry's shack, and he gave me sort of a mission. Now, as for Celia, the town of sorcery, I assume it's just kind of like a fully optional area. Most things in this game are like optional. You don't need to do them as a part of the campaign or whatever, but in terms of all the like kind of like side quests or whatever, I'd say Celia maybe is one of the more major ones. It's kind of a large like town that's just kind of in the middle of Caelid. So yeah, I pretty much explored the whole town, at least most of it. We killed all like the normal enemies that were around there, and there's a bunch of doors that have like a magic seal on them. I think I counted at least 4 doorways that are blocked off. We got another grace here, the Celia Understair. I also connected back to this Celia Crystal Tunnel, which is a dungeon that I did a long time ago, because you can actually teleport here from Limgrave. So I completed that dungeon a long time ago, except for the final boss. I would like to go back and try to defeat the Celia Crystal Tunnel boss. I think I'm strong enough now. So we can maybe try that tonight after we get done with Celia itself, which is the town. It looks like there's an Everjail up here, but that's kind of on a cliff. You can see on the map it's showing elevation there, so I'm not sure how to get up to that. You might only be able to access it from like the other end of the crystal tunnel or something. Maybe after you beat the boss you end up top here, and then I don't know, we'll figure it out. If we can't get up this cliff from here, then Celia is actually kind of a dead end. Over the last few streams I've just been kind of going down this highway through Caelid or whatever. And I think Celia is actually a dead end unless this tunnel brings us up here, and then we can keep moving kind of upwards and go up there and all that stuff. Because yeah, otherwise this is kind of like a pit almost. It leads into this lake, which I guess is called Aeonia. This big lake of scarlet rock. So this is the last grace that we got, the inner Aeonia. This is where I am right now. I just rode away on the horse, purely because the geysers are very loud. And as I'm starting the stream here, obviously I'm doing some talking just to explain stuff. So we're actually going to go back towards that Grace, Inner Aeonia, and that's kind of where we left off the stream, the last stream. It's exactly where we left off actually, because I finished the main town of Celia, and then I was going to go ahead and move forward with Sage Gowry's objective that he gave me. So he told me there's something that I'm going to find in the swamp of Aeonia. I don't remember what it is or what it's called, but there's some specific item that I'm looking for. Once I find it, something else happens. I'm pretty sure he said there was some girl or something that I talked to, and I don't really remember. A lot of stuff kind of happened. We could go back to Sage Gowry, but I'm pretty sure his dialogue would be kind of the same, and it might be kind of limited now as well, since I've already spoken to him. So I think tonight we're literally just going to kind of go around the whole swamp of Aeonia and try to find whatever this objective is. The one thing that I haven't mentioned yet that was kind of a big thing, at the end of the last stream, so after I finished up with the town and we came to the lake or the swamp, I encountered a boss, like a full-on boss, and he has kind of his own area. I'm guessing it's kind of around here, because it was covered in like all these roots and stuff. So that was very close to this Inner Aeonia Grace. And yeah, this boss was kind of like a surprise boss. He didn't have the traditional, like golden fog doors. That's what I always call them. You kind of just go in there and then he just like spawns in and he has a bunch of minions and everything. He's a very intense boss. He had a name as well. I think Commander O'Neill is what he was called. So yeah, I'm guessing that he's like a full game boss. But it works kind of differently because he's a surprise boss. You're actually able to escape. So I was able to go back in there. I was able to get my runes, 'cause I think I had like 20k, and I was able to just ride away on the horse without having to fight him. I wasn't trapped or anything, so that's good because he's way too strong right now. I tried fighting him 2 or 3 times, and this boss is very difficult. They even let you do an NPC summon, which I don't remember who the NPC was. It might have been someone that we found at like Celia or something. But I remember summoning this NPC to help me. It was kind of a bad one. I don't think she really helped at all, but the boss is much too strong right now, so in the future we'll come back, we'll kill Commander O'Neill, and I'm just hoping that he's not who I need to kill to get whatever Sage Gowry needs. Because that means we're basically just going to have to come back to Celia another time when I'm strong enough to take on the boss, and then we can move on. I'm hoping whatever item I need to find, we can actually just go look for that now without killing Commander O'Neill, the boss. We'll kill him another time. Hopefully. I see someone's in chat. Aria Live, welcome to the stream. Hey, I just hopped in. YouTube recommended your stream to me, and I'm loving it. Thanks, Aria. I appreciate that. Anyways, we're just getting started here. So, yeah, we're gonna head back to this Grace, and it's all loud because of the geysers, but I'll kind of go around those and figure out where else we haven't seen. Forgot to ask, how are you doing today? Pretty good. How are you doing, Aria? I'm gonna hop back on the horse here. Oh. There's some enemies that just wandered up. I think these guys are called the marionettes. Pretty sure. I'll just fight them, seeing if they decided to just drop in. Okay, marionettes are pretty weak. I'm also good, thanks for asking. Glad to hear that. So one thing I've noticed with Kayla is that the normal enemies are so weak, but all like the big guys and the bosses seem to be incredibly strong. There seems to be even a wider gap than normal when it comes to regular enemies versus elite enemies. Do you have a favorite game of all time? I usually say Rainbow Six Siege, just because that's the game that I've definitely played the most over the years. Lately I've been playing Siege a lot less. I did just stream it like 2 nights ago, but yeah, on average now I only play Siege about once a week, so I don't play it that much anymore. But overall, it's probably still my favorite game. I mean, I used to play it all the time. There's no game that I've played as much as I used to play Siege. Alright, let's hop on the horse again. Can I give you some advice? Sure, I'm always open to advice, depending what it is. I got more marionettes here. I remember this guy from last stream. There's this one marionette that's like magic or something. He's glowing blue. I'm not really sure what it means, because he seems exactly the same as the other ones. It's saying I can grab something here. What is that? Hang on, let me kill this guy. Oh my god, he just killed the horse. The archer ones actually kind of get annoying. Oh crap, I'm taking Scarlet Rot too. I forgot about that. We're gonna have to go back to a Grace. This is a screw up. I can't even, yeah, I can barely move in the Scarlet Rot. And now I'm taking like very intense poison damage. Okay, where did I kill the other enemy? Because he dropped something and I can't see it. Because of the Scarlet Swamp. Yeah, I think I lost it, whatever he dropped. Hopefully it wasn't important. Okay, we're gonna need to rest at a Grace again, because I've already screwed up by letting myself get poisoned. It's gonna use all my heals. Look how slowly it's going down. Anyways, I'm seeing like a golden trail over there, which I actually tried following that last stream and it just like went in circles or something. I don't know, it was really stupid. We can try looking at it again, but I'm pretty sure it's literally just a troll. I don't know. Not an actual troll, but like a joke. It probably does something, but I was following it last stream and it literally goes in circles. Or like a figure eight. Like a double circle shape. Also, I'm gonna try to read chat here, but I gotta keep healing because I'm dying of Scarlet Rot very quickly. Hang on a sec. Let's heal again. Okay, Arya says, why don't you add banners, logos, stream packs, etc. to your channel? It would really help your channel grow. I don't know what you mean by stream packs. As for banners and logos, I have a logo for my channel and a banner that I made a long time ago. The current logo and banner that I have, I think I made around like early 2023, so I've been using them for over 2 years now. A lot of people seem to like them. The logo I made was some app or some website for like free logo generation or whatever. And the banner I actually just made on Google Drive, just with word art or whatever. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I like how it looks. Okay, I really need to get to a Grace here. I'm using all of my heals. Stream packs are bundles of graphic designs made for streamers, including things like overlays, banners, alerts, panels, and screens to make a stream look more professional and attractive Actually, I do artwork for Streamer. I make custom gaming or anime logo, banners, overlays, emotes, and badges, etc. I feel like you've been on my stream before, Arya, because I thought I kind of recognized your name, but I do remember someone in the past was offering to do artwork for all sorts of stuff like that. But just in case you forgot or that was someone else, I'll just let you know that I'm not in a position to buy anything. So if it's a paid service, it's not something that I can afford right now. I'm not making any money off of YouTube. Maybe in the future, that's something I could look into, but right now I'm just, yeah, there's no money to be made from my streaming right now, so I wouldn't spend money on stuff like that for now. Anyways, I need to get to a grace. I don't know how many heals I used, but like, I think I used a lot of them, so we'll just go back to the geyser grace, wherever that was. It's over this way. Geysers are actually incredibly loud when you get close to them. Yeah, this is, no game should be this loud. Also, this is a bit of a safe spot, this yellow ground here. You don't get scarlet rot there. Alright, we're rested, we're moving on. So, over here where all these tall roots are, or trees, or whatever this is supposed to be, that's where the boss is. Now, he had like one little pocket of it, and it looks like on the map this is actually quite big, so I might try going around. Unless the whole area is for the boss. Because yeah, like right through there is where the boss was, so... Of course we have the whole rest of the swamp to explore. But if I go like this way, like is this still into the boss's territory? It is. I can see him actually. So the boss is already there, he doesn't just spawn in, he's there waiting. And then he spawns a bunch of minions when you get in there, so... Like I said, we're going to avoid that. We'll take on the boss in the future when I'm strong enough to, because he seems way too powerful right now. So yeah, this whole, like, the wooded area of the swamp, I guess, is his. It's all for that boss fight. Okay, oh, here's the stake of, Marika or whatever, which I don't know why they bothered putting that here. I mean, there's a grace very close by. Sometimes you go through like 30 minutes of this game without a grace, and other times it's like you get two graces like 1 minute apart. Or like a stake of Marika that's like right next to a grace. It's like, what's the point? Okay, so I feel like whatever item I need to continue with Celia is probably in the lake area that's closer to Celia, but I'm honestly just going to explore all of this lake tonight. It's not huge, like it's big, but it's not, you know, in terms of the full map, it's like a tiny spot on the map, so, yeah, we are going to explore all of Aeonia tonight, which is the Scarlet Rot Lake. I don't know who this guy is, but I recognize the enemy type. Okay, these are the enemies that I enjoy fighting more. They're kind of in the middle, you know? Like, that enemy isn't weak. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I got Scarlet Rot. Oh my god. Anyways, I was gonna say, those guys aren't weak, but they're not strong either. Like, I can kill them without even having to heal once, but... I'm gonna have to heal, like, 5 times now just to deal with the Scarlet Rot, which maybe will not last as long as it does when you step in the swamp. I have no idea. No idea, but I'm gonna get back on the horse, because your horse doesn't get scarlet rot. That enemy was spitting it at me, so, I mean, yeah, that kind of sucks. But I let that charge up. Anyways, enemies like that, I prefer fighting. They're kind of in the middle, you know, not too crazy, not a piece of cake either. You have to focus to kill them, but they're not going to take a bunch of health off you or kill you multiple times. Alright, so, like I said, plan is to explore all of Aeonia. We're going to start with this part here, then we're going to go this way, and I'm going to loop around the whole thing, and hopefully I find whatever item I'm looking for, which I actually forgot, but if I pick up any sort of key item while we're here, I'm sure it'll ring a bell, and then I'll remember that that's what I need. Aeonian butterfly is not what we need. Who's this? Oh, it's one of the guys I just killed. So this is some sort of soldier, but they're all like scarlet rot or whatever. They're all infected. Okay, I need them to not kill me while I'm on the horse, because I can't fall in the rot. Can't fall in the rot. Alright, that one's dead. There's more loot over here. More of these enemies. Let me get, like, to land. Oh, crap. I'm dying here. Heal up. I'm taking heavy DOT as well from that scarlet rot. It's not cool. I need this enemy to get back over here. Come on. Let's go. Slow and steady. Come on, right to shore. Get out of the scarlet rot. Yeah, I'm going to avoid that whenever they do the spit. Which their spit looks black, and scarlet rot is supposed to be red, so I don't know how that's working. Lots of projectiles and stuff. They're also doing bleed damage, so I'm taking bleed damage too, as well as the scarlet rot. At least we're getting decent runes off of most of the enemies here. I think like the very normal enemies are giving like 300. These guys are giving like 600. I'm not sure what's over this way, but we should check it out. I hear a scarab or something. Got dragonflies here, which these ones look bigger than normal. Are they like really big? Yeah, they are. These dragonflies are bigger than the normal ones. There's already giant dragonflies in this game, but these ones are bigger. These are the real great dragonflies. Come on, you guys need to scram. Yeah, get out of here. Scram. These guys are annoying because they're really hard to hit. Also, I don't know what it is with like insects. Like just like basically like any sort of bug enemies in games, they always kind of give me like the creeps, you know? Bugs always creep me out. Like at the end of the day, bugs aren't the scariest thing, you know? There's a lot of things that could probably hurt you a lot more than a bug. I don't know. In real life now, bugs barely bother me because they're just so small. When I was a kid, I remember being scared of bugs more. And any sort of like giant insects in video games, they always, they kind of creep me out. It's not like I'm actively scared of them. You know, I'm willing to get up in their face and kill them, but it still gives me the creeps. And these ones are a lot bigger. I mean, these things are bigger than me. Why are these dragonflies so big? And they're just as weak as the normal ones, but they're huge. That's super weird. There's more of them over here. I want to kill this scarab, which is kind of a different one than normal. It's kind of orange and white, which I think will have... Oh crap. Did that kill me? Oh no, we're still alive. Okay. Yeah, it's an Ash of War. Which I said it probably was going to be an Ash of War. Sacred Ring of Light. But I guess because it had the orange glow, it was also an exploding kind, so you need to be careful. It didn't do that much damage. We're okay. Anyways, the dragonflies are almost more passive-aggressive, or kind of like territorial. So I'm just going to avoid them unless they attack me. Because most of the time you can just kind of ignore them. So this is just looping back to the swamp. We basically went around where the boss is. The boss is guarded by all the giant dragonflies. There's also a giant scarab over there that I already killed. I actually killed him last stream. And I guess they respawn. Is this dragonfly coming for me? Come on, buddy, I dare you. Let's go back to the side that I was on. See if the dragonflies follow. There they are. You want some. Okay, let's go, buddy. Let's go. Alright. We're gonna get back on the horse, because I'm not an idiot. We're gonna grab the other piece of loot here that, don't worry, I didn't forget about this. Somber Smithing Stone 4 is pretty good. I think my Bloodhound's Fang is now at level 6, but yeah, I mean that's good for future legendary weapons that I want to upgrade. Which I've pretty much been sticking with the Bloodhound's Fang throughout most of this game now. Most of it. Anyways, we're just gonna keep going around Aeonia, looking for anything that sticks out, mainly key items. There's probably just gonna be one key item somewhere that's sticking around, unless you get it from the boss. And that's gonna be what I need to kind of finish up the main objective with Celia, and possibly unlock all of those doorways I was talking about earlier, which I forgot to add. There's all these doors that are blocked off by magic seals, which I talked about. But I'm pretty sure they will open once I finish the objective and speak to the sage guy, Sage Gowry. Because he said that he would open up all of Celia's secrets to me or something like that. Pretty sure that means he's going to open all the doorways that are currently closed. That would be my guess. Got a random marionette here. Marionette soldier helm. Could be cool having their helmet. Also, I find it even harder to see here at nighttime. I think it was all foggy during the day, but at nighttime it's all dark, so it's like... It's really hard to see where I'm going in this swamp. But we're gonna keep circling around, like I said. There's actually a bunch of loot there. I was just about to say, if it's just a bunch of normal enemies, I'm going to avoid them, but is there actually any enemies here? There's more marionettes in the distance. Oh, and we got one of those giant sack things, but this is all loot, and a lot of it. That guy can't touch me, hopefully. Rune Arc. Sacramental Bud. Smithing Stone 4. Okay, it's just a nice pile of loot here. So that's one of those giant testicle things. I really don't know what to call them. They spray Scarlet Rot everywhere. The ones in Limgrave were spraying poison. Scarlet Rot is just poison, but worse. Worse poison. Okay, I'm gonna avoid the rest of those guys. We're gonna go back into the swamp. I'm gonna need my trusty horse. Well, let me open the map here. Because of that big guy. Some messages here for some reason. Lots of these faded early flowers. What's with all the messages? Be wary of giant. Fire, still no fire. Okay, everyone's talking about a fire, even though there's no fire here. And what giant are they speaking about? There must be a troll up on the cliff or something. Are they just talking about the giant testicle thing? Because there's no other giant that I see. No actual threatening enemy. Alright, let's get back on horse. I should probably heal. We're gonna overheal a bit, but I'm pretty low, so let's just use another heal. Okay, I've got a few left, hopefully. I think it says at the bottom there, but I can't really see. I have something in the way of my TV, so I don't know how many heals I have. Hopefully enough. Horse required ahead. That is indeed true. Having a horse is basically required, unless you're like immune to Scarlet Rot. Also, I couldn't even run in here, right? I could only move super slowly, so horse is literally required for this swamp of Aeonia. Okay, there's more testicle guys, so I'm going to avoid them, because I don't need to be taking Scarlet Rot damage from the air as well as the water. Got a skull here. Golden rune. Okay, so what I need to figure out is, do I need to go by those guys? Do I need to kind of get past them? Perhaps. We have a scarab right here. Ash of War, Poisonous Mist. That's kind of cool. And whatever special item I'm seeking out, it's probably going to be somewhere in the middle of the swamp. Probably. And I can look around the big guys and see if they're hiding anything, but I don't think they're really going to have anything important hidden back there. Probably not. It's almost like the game kind of wants you to avoid them, like it kind of guides you to avoid just big environmental enemies like that. Well, this one is like actively attacking me. They don't normally do that. They normally only spray the Scarlet Rot. They never like physically attack you. So these guys are just a different breed. Yeah, is he screwing off? I think so. But yeah, the one that was trying to physically attack me, that's new. These guys are doing some new stuff in Caelid. Speaking of new, this should be a new point of grace that we don't have. Yep. Okay, rest up. This is the Aeonia Swamp Shore. Which I want to check the map, because now that we're circling around Aeonia, there's probably other sides. Yeah, so this is like the other side when we were kind of first coming down this way. And I was just kind of avoiding the swamp altogether. Now we're kind of seeing all sides of it, because we actually need to be looking through the swamp for something. I really hope that boss doesn't have the item that I need. If I don't end up finding it tonight, I'll probably assume that you need to kill the boss to get it. Which means we won't be able to complete Celia until I'm way stronger. So I can kill the boss. Unless it's something you can steal, kind of like from the dragons. I wonder if the item that we need you can actually steal from the boss without killing him. It could just be a drop, though. Let's speak with this ghost here. See what they have to say. Good ghost? Can I not speak to you on my horse? Let me see it, if only one last time. Your splendid blade, dancing amongst the Scarlet Rot. Okay. I mean, sounds like he's talking about me. Sword fighter ahead. Why is it always sadness? First off, a lover. Okay. I don't know what these messages are talking about, but apparently there's some sort of sword-bearing enemy ahead. We will find out. Avoid the geysers. I don't know if they do damage or not. I think you can get away with getting pretty close to them. What sword enemy was being talked about here? Because I'm not seeing one. Have we been to the side of the swamp? This is kind of up to the side we haven't been. Okay. We're still just looping around. Oh, is this what it meant by sword enemies? Who are these guys? Oh, I know these guys. These are the mushroom heads that do poison damage, not scarlet rot. They just do actual poison, which isn't as strong. Regular poison does a lot less damage to me. I can almost one-shot these guys with lights, too. That's cool. Need to avoid their poison, though. Alright, so those are normal mushroom head guys. Cool. So we're gonna keep going around the edge of the swamp, and then we'll kind of go more towards the middle and see what I'm missing on the inside. So usually most things are hidden around the outskirts when it comes to a large area like this. Large flat area. Usually most things are kept aside. We have some ruins here, which there actually was like some ruins that I took out close to the swamp. Was this them? Or is this a different ruins? Street of Sages ruins. Okay. Oh my god, bro. What the hell? This scarlet rot flower just did so much damage to my horse. It just instantly killed it. I need to let the scarlet rot calm down. Can't let it build up. Okay, I don't think we've been to these ruins. There's scarlet rot flowers coming out of the ground, and they destroyed my horse. That's not really cool. Oh my god, there's flowers in here too, I didn't even realize. Bro, these guys are just running at me and spreading all this scarlet rot. Yeah, I'm not getting close to this. These are flowers. Flowers. At least they're weak. Okay, as long as you are not like right beside them, you're not going to get hit. Because I'm kind of going into the scarlet rot here, but it's not building up. As long as I don't let them spray me directly, I think we're fine. Still, these things are kind of crazy. House. Yeah, house. What do we have here? Meteorite staff. I wonder if that's a rare weapon. Oh my god. These guys almost made me fall out. They almost made me fall out of this doorway here. Okay, anyways, we got a meteorite staff. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Sounds kind of cool, but you know, staffs always use a bunch of intelligence, which we're not going for that sort of build. Staffs don't do much for me. Okay, we don't need to get in the horse again. This is all scarlet rot. All rot. And why is there so many flowers? I don't even know if I want to bother killing all the flowers, because they're everywhere. Flowers everywhere. I'll stick to the mushroom heads. Ah, there's the crypt. That's where the good stuff is going to be kept. Maybe the key item I need? Probably not. There's a lot of these mushroom guys. Yeah, these are fully loaded ruins. Tons of enemies. It's really the only thing that all ruins have in common is just an abundance of enemies. Usually all of the regular sort. Okay, we're grinding up runes pretty well. Let's head down below into the cellar. Let's see what we got. No enemy ahead. Time for precious item. There's a lot of appraisals, so I guess there's no enemy ahead. It's just going to be a chest room, which sometimes they do. Usually there's some sort of mini-boss, or like an ambush, but occasionally there's no enemies. And also sometimes the chest is trapped and will teleport you somewhere else, so... Are we assuming this is just a fully safe chest and there's no issues here at all? Nothing to be wary of? Stevie's Bad TV, welcome to the stream. Is this your first playthrough, bro? It is indeed. I think I get asked that almost every time that I stream this game. I might as well put it in the title. Elden Ring first playthrough. Liar ahead, hidden path. So that message was saying the hidden path message is lying. I don't know why people bother doing that. Alright, let's open this chest. See what we got. Rock sling. Okay, is that an incantation? Sorcery? I can't tell by the symbol. It's one of the two. As an Elden Ring pro, I will not spoil your fun. Alright, I'm always down for tips and stuff, but yeah, I appreciate the no spoilers. No big spoilers, at least. There's some stuff I know from this game that I haven't come across yet in-game. I just know about it from YouTube or whatever, but for the most part, I think we've done a pretty good job of avoiding spoilers. Alright, let's get back on the horse. Scorching Minds, welcome to the stream. Nice flex, Steve. That's one of the YouTube emotes. On PlayStation it just showed up as like green face or whatever it said. Okay. So that was the main thing to get at these ruins, I guess. I don't know if there's anything else here we need to grab. I'll do a quick scan of the area. It's starting to get lighter, even though it's still all foggy. There's going to be a bunch more of those evil flowers, but I'm going to probably just avoid them. Unless they're in the way of something I need to get. The best tip I could give you is make sure you look around everywhere. Yep, I've definitely been doing that. I'm not like a hard, you know, like, I'm not one of those players that like will not move on until I've seen literally every corner of one area, but I do a fair amount of exploring. I'd say I do maybe like, I don't know, I explore at least 80% of each area that I go to, I'd say. And there are other times where there's things that I plan to go back to, and I have. There's many things still that I've seen that I still want to go back to, but there are things in the past, you know, this playthrough, that I had put on hold before, and I actually did end up going back to. So, yeah, there's still a lot more to do. Kind of going through Caelid right now as a main area. So yeah, that's where I've been the last few streams. I'm trying to find some key item that I need to move on with the quest line for Celia. I'm not really sure where to find it. Scorching Minds, any idea what build you're going for? This is another question I get a lot. As for my build, I've been going mostly strength, of course. Well, I've actually been doing a lot of dexterity as well because my Bloodhound's Fang, of course, is a more of a dexterity weapon. So initially I was going more for strength. Recently been upgrading more dexterity. So I'm kind of just doing both, and I've heard it's good to just do both. That's just kind of max damage. So like strength and dexterity are basically my highest things. I've been doing a little bit of faith as well. There's certain weapons that kind of need higher faith levels. Mostly been staying away from intelligence and arcane for now. And also I go with a heavy load build. Not a lot of dodging. I block as often as I can. Got a nice big shield. Love guard countering. So yeah, a lot of people find that crazy too, but I prefer it. There are certain enemies where I have to lighten up and dodging is better, but I kind of like the heavy build. It works. And that way I can have all the strongest armor and heaviest weapons too. Stevie said, also crafting items really helps. So use that to your advantage. I haven't actually crafted anything in this game for a long time. I kind of played with it a little bit when I first started, but I've mostly stayed away from the crafting because it seems like there's not really anything that useful that I can craft, but I would actually like to look into it more. I've kind of been meaning to, even though I haven't in like months, but um, you know, I'm collecting all these crafting materials all over the map. I have so many of them, so there probably is some good stuff that I can craft. And I know you need cookbooks or whatever to unlock new things. So maybe I just need more cookbooks and more... Well, I think the crafting materials I have. I think I just need more cookbooks maybe if there's really good stuff that I can craft. Yeah, strength. Dex is pretty great. Yeah, so honestly, I guess those are like the two main attributes that I'm going for, right? You don't consider vigor, because vigor is just your health. So my vigor is 33, like my strength, but I don't think I don't think you ever say you're going for a vigor build, right? I don't think that counts. So yeah, not counting vigor, mind, or endurance, which are kind of just base things that everyone uses. Um, yeah, strength and dexterity are definitely the highest by a long shot. Stevie says I play at level 1, so crafting stuff works for me. I'm not flexing, just saying. Oh, so you... Is this a current playthrough that you're doing, or this is just consistent? Like you play this game multiple times and you never level up, you just keep yourself at level 1? I've seen that before on YouTube. I mean, that would be fun if this was, you know, if I played this game all the time, but that's it's not something I'm gonna go for on my first playthrough. We're not gonna be going naked level 1 or whatever. I'm looking forward to beating the game once and then doing a level 1 run, Stevie. I wonder how many people do that. Do a lot of people just go through this whole game just level 1, like never leveling up at all? What do you even do with your runes? I guess anything else is allowed, right? As long as you don't level yourself up. So you could just buy like a ton of, I don't know, a ton of crap. A bunch of gear and consumables and stuff. Just everything besides leveling up. Yeah, I don't know. Never tested that, so I can't say how difficult it truly is. I imagine it's quite tough. Anyways, I don't really know if there's anything else to see at these ruins. These are smaller ruins that I'm at right here. The Street of Sages ruins. Oh yeah, these were the other ruins that I did. Oh crap. Getting attacked by something. There's another ruins nearby that I just looked at on the map. It's not actually... It's close to the lake, but it's not like in the lake like this. So that was a few streams ago. There's something here. Gonna have to kill this flower. 2 flowers. This one's doing raw damage. Toxic mushroom. And what do we have here? Oh. This doesn't happen often. This is like a full gear set. And I got a perfume bottle as well. I don't know how rare those are. But we got the traveler's hat. perfumer's traveling garb, traveler's gloves, traveler's slops, and a perfume bottle. Interesting. I always kind of like it when I come across like a full gear set like that. Now I don't know if that's a good one or even a rare one, but that's yeah, that's cool. Alright, have I missed anything in chat before we move on? There might still be more to see here at these ruins, I don't know. We got the main chest, so... Stevie said, it's not as hard as people think being level 1. I don't know about that. Maybe early on in the game it wouldn't be so bad, but later on I'm sure it would get very crazy. Because this whole game works on like a leveling scale, right? Like all of the gear and stuff in this game is pretty balanced too. Like obviously things you get later are going to be better, but it's more like once you upgrade them to what your old gear was, right? Like I have this Bloodhound's Fang at +6. Is there any legendary weapon at like, you know, +0 that's better than this? I don't think so. I think you'd have to upgrade them and then they would be better. So I guess if you're allowed to upgrade gear, that's like really the only way you're kind of scaling up. Because otherwise, if you play through all of this game on level 1, Limgrave might not be so hard, but once you get to Caelid or something, you know, it might things might seem a little bit insane because the enemies are going to have a lot more health and do a lot more damage, and you're going to be just as weak as you were in Limgrave. Scorching Mind says, yo, what headset are you using? Is it connected to the controller? It is. We have a classic wired headset here. This is the, I forgot what they're called, HyperX Cloud 2s. Pretty sure is the name. Yeah, HyperX Cloud 2. Like Roman numerals, so 2 eyes. Yeah, I've had this headset for almost 6 years now. I got it in 2019, so... Yeah, I've had this headset for a long time. It's really good. It's comfy, sturdy, and it's got a good mic. Random fella, welcome to the stream. He says, strength build, total Chad. Indeed. Stevie said, perfume bottles are used for crafting certain items that really help. Death's Poker is one of the best weapons in the game and one of my personal favorites. Death's Poker. I should check if I have that. I feel like the name rings a bell. Let's hope I haven't sold it or anything. Which a lot of people get mad at me when they see me selling gear and stuff because they're not worth that much. But when you have like 100 different weapons, you know, selling them for a few thousand each is a good way to make some runes. Also just the fact that there's many pieces of gear I have in this game that I'm never going to use. So I try to sell all the stuff that seems kind of bad or bland. Let's see if I can find a Death's Poker. What even section would it be in? Some sort of spear. There are a lot of spears here, and these are glaives. This is the halberd section. These are staffs. Yeah, I don't know if I have a Death's Poker, and if I did have it, it's possible that I... Oh, there we go, I have it. Great sword. Would you look at that? Death's Poker. And I'm pretty sure I got this really recently. Is the Death's Poker, by chance, acquired when you defeat one of those Deathrite birds? Specifically the one that does frostbite damage in Caelid? Because that was a mini-boss that I killed like a week ago. Like literally like 2 streams ago. And I'm thinking he actually dropped the Death's Poker. I think I got it from him. Yeah. So I literally just got this weapon. Okay, well you're saying it's a good one. Unfortunately, it's more intelligence-based. Not a lot, but still. Even though I would only have to upgrade intelligence twice to use it, it's going to do better the higher my intelligence is. More strength though, and even more dex. But it's also doing magic damage, which I don't really have like any sort of stuff that works with that right now. I'm just doing all physical damage, I guess. But yeah, this does partly magic damage, and then physical damage. It could be something to try, you know, as I get further into this game and I, you know, have a lot of resources or whatever to upgrade weapons and test them out. We could go ahead and try the Death's Poker. It could be it's a great sword, so I mean that in itself makes it at least worth it for me to try in the future. If it was like a staff or a spear or something, probably not, but it's a great sword, so it could be good, right? I like my swords. Stevie said, it's a strange weapon to use and to get used to, but it really does good damage. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll watch a video or something on it. Maxed out Death's Poker and Elden Ring. One-shotting whoever. I don't know. I don't even know like who's the highest health boss that I've fought at this point. There's a lot of bosses that I've kind of put on hold until I think I'm strong enough to try again. Anyways, it's almost like 7 a.m. for me, so I'm gonna end the stream soon. I know you guys like these late night / early morning Elden Ring streams. I know it did well on Wednesday this week when I streamed this early. Swift, welcome to the stream. Long time no see. I think it's actually been like months since Swift made it to a stream. I'm guessing you're waking up, not going to bed. Don't rush your gameplay, bro. Just take your time. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just definitely been taking my time with this game. A lot of people would say I'm moving way too slow. I've been playing since December, just after Christmas. But yeah, first playthrough. First real playthrough. Swift said, yeah, like a year almost. Haven't watched a stream. So, something, you had long hair? Are you saying you haven't watched a stream since I had long hair? But you knew that I cut my hair, right? Don't tell me you're just figuring out that I have short hair now. I cut my hair short almost a year ago. It was in May last year. We're at the end of April now. I've had short hair for almost a year. Yeah? Does yeah mean you're figuring out I have short hair now, or you knew? Because I think I was already the big Discord break that I've been on. That was before I cut my hair. But I guess if you saw it in any of the streams or anything, then okay, you knew. Yeah, you probably saw it in a stream replay or something. Then I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it'd be weird at this point if anyone doesn't know that I've cut my hair now, but you know, it's possible. Okay, I'm gonna avoid the flowers. I think we're done with the ruins. I think. I've been here a while now, but I've also been reading chat a lot because we picked up on the views. So, Swift said Icy may not. Nah, Icy knows. He's been on a few streams lately. Pretty sure Icy was on a stream the other night that was on Doom maybe a few weeks ago. Icy's been around, you know, he stops by every once in a while. Okay. I think these ruins are cleared, except for all the flowers, which I said I'm not going to kill all of them, because there's too many. Now, I also said that I was going to end the stream soon, but I also said that I wanted to explore all of Aeonia. Oh, something else sees me. It's one of those flowers, bro. Why is it chasing after me? I said that I wanted to explore all of Aeonia tonight, which we're not going to do because there's still a bit more to see here, I think. Here's another big scarab. This is only my second time seeing one of these big ones, and both of them were at the swamp. Also, the big dragonflies here too, so I guess bugs are just bigger near Aeonia. Stake of America here is a bit sus. Oh, that's because this is going to lead to the Evergel. Okay, I don't even know if I want to do the Evergel right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's these explodey guys. So can you not actually... Oh no, you can. You can go back here, whatever this is. Oh, I know what this is. I've seen one of these before. Is this gonna kill me? Okay, it's doing like physical damage, but it's... Yeah, these things have a lot of health. I fought one of these before, it was a long time ago. Back in like Liurnia, I think. Alright, we got it. I got the giant sphere. Whatever enemy that's supposed to be. Somber Smithing Stone 5. So, we're getting good loot here, but we're not getting whatever that objective was that I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. There's some key item that I'm supposed to be getting here at Aeonia, which I'm going to bring to Sage Gowri, that's his name, and then he's going to open up the secrets of Celia to me. So unfortunately tonight I think we're going to have to pause it there and kind of, you know, move on without having done that. We did some good exploring of Aeonia though. I'm glad we got another Somber Smithing Stone. I'm going to have to ride back through here on the horse, because these guys all just want to explode. Well, there's a loot here too. Is that just, yeah, just ruin fragments? I'm not even going to bother. It's just the drops from these guys blowing each other up. Alright, hang on. I will read chat again in a minute. I see you chatting, Swift. Don't worry. Why can't I grab this? I can't grab this flower. Not that it matters. Alright. So I'm gonna have to trace back next stream. So ideally I should be streaming this game again in like 3 nights on Wednesday. But we're gonna need to trace back. We've almost kind of looped back, honestly. So I'm just gonna go straight towards Inner Aeonia, which is like here. That grace that we started at tonight is like literally here. Where is it? It's somewhere around here. Nope, wrong way. It's this way. Where's my grace? Here it is. Alright, we're gonna save the grace. So, I'm gonna read chat before we go, but as for the game of Elden Ring, we're gonna continue it next stream, which will be hopefully on Wednesday night. I still don't have enough runes for an upgrade, which sucks. I need a lot more runes. Anyways, we should be all saved up and good to go, so I'm just gonna leave this here, so we don't have to listen to the geysers, which are very loud. I'm also at 98 hours in this game, so we're almost at that 100 hour mark. I remember when my hours were lining up with my level, that stopped around 50. Now I'm level 79 and 98 hours in. Anyways, we'll continue with Elden Ring soon. The streams on this game lately have been doing better. Maybe it's because I'm streaming so late, which people seem to enjoy on this game, but overall the last few Elden Ring streams have been doing better. Okay, what's the last thing I read? Okay, so Swift came in. No one else was chatting. Swift was talking about my long hair. Oh, there's only 2 new messages here? Okay, they're both longer ones. Let me just make sure all the messages are showing up. They finally fixed the YouTube app recently and I can sort by all messages again. So I appreciate that. Alright, Swift said, Game Slayer, I had an odd dream a while ago that I was in your house and your mom made me clean. I don't know why I had the dream, but it was funny. I don't know what your mom looks like, so it was really weird. Dreams are really weird, especially the ones the brain decides to remember. That's true. Apparently we dream every night, like as long as we're in deep sleep, we're dreaming. And so it seems like you only remember it some of the time when you wake up. And then even the dreams that you remember when like you remember them when you wake up, it's like you forget them most of the time anyways, and it's only like 1% of your dreams that you actually remember kind of long term. So it's interesting that you mentioned that. Lately I've kind of been trying to find like meaning in my dreams and stuff, but my dreams are so random, bro. Like they literally have no connection. Like I try looking up like meanings of stuff in my dreams, but like my dreams are literally so random. Also, I lucid dream occasionally, which is when you know you're dreaming, but I'm not able to control my lucid dreams, which to some people is crazy. Most people talk about it like it's some amazing thing when you know you're dreaming. For me, not really. Like, I can't control my dreams if I know that I'm dreaming. I'm still just trapped in my dream world. The only difference is that I know it's just a dream. You dream multiple times a night. Every 90 minutes you have a dream. Is that so? Do dreams, are dreams supposed to last as long as movies? It's kind of the average thing. I wonder if watching hundreds or thousands of movies has done that to humans dreaming. Or if humans made movies based on the length of dreams. Who knows? 'Cause the average movie is around 90 minutes. I had a lucid dream a while ago, and mine had a part 2. I was able to continue it. Every REM cycle you do. I'm not even sure what an REM cycle is, to be honest. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. As for part 2 of dreams, I've actually had that before as well, but it's not often. It's like very rarely I'll have a dream that actually takes place in the same place that one of my other dreams took place, you know? Like in my dream, a fictional setting is created, and it's like I actually have 2 or 3 dreams in that setting. Super weird. Rapid eye movement. I did not know that's what REM standard for. Cape Crusader, welcome to the stream. I recognize this guy. This isn't the first time he's said kill yourself in chat and had to put it into separate messages. It must be some little kid or something. He probably tried typing it out in one message and saw that YouTube was blocking it, so he always has to spread it out. Switch said that's not nice. Now he's trying to spell out the N-word letter by letter. Well, this kid's probably like 8. Looks like he got timed out for 60 seconds. Yeah, that would be deserving of a timeout, I guess, once he starts typing the N-word in chat. It's kind of cool seeing a mod take action, Swift. We haven't had any sort of moderating in like over a year. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Yeah, no worries, Swift, it's fine. 60 seconds. I'm gonna end the stream right now, basically, anyways, so... We'll see if he comes back tomorrow night. Maybe I'll time him out myself. Anyways, yeah, that's it for tonight. I gotta go, because it's late/early, 7 o'clock. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed the Elden Ring stream tonight. And I will see you guys all next time. Goodbye.